because I will come back to it if it's needed. So beyond editing your slide and submitting it today, because it is due today, next Wednesday, you also have a picture of your organized Google Drive due. And when I say organized, I mean you have a folder for every one of your classes. And all the stuff that goes for that class is in that folder. So make sure that you have done that if you have finished everything else and you're not sure what to do with yourself. I also will be telling you, let's look at course organization really quick before I just set you aside and let you do your thing. If we look at period L, which is your period, you can see I've done a little bit of reorganizing, if you've noticed what my organization structure was before. Now we have the slides, they're in the weekly assignments section. I also have this FYI folder. I don't think I put it in your class exactly earlier. So I also have this FYI folder. As well, we have these frequently asked questions, which I will come back to time and time again. I want to encourage you guys to take a look at the weekly announcements, but I will go over them on Mondays. The announcements, I will go over the announcements on Mondays. The weekly assignments, obviously, mostly are just going to be these slides. Occasionally, the administration is going to come up with a thing, but mostly it's just going to be these slides. So, also, if you keep asking your teachers to regrade your stuff, I do want to point out that teachers get announcements in Schoology. I will show you. We get announcements that we have things to grade. If you look at mine, you can see I have well over 200. It's not because I haven't been grading them, it's because they keep coming in. And also because I allow students to make revisions and resubmit. Now, if you're waiting on a revision, you're going to be waiting longer because I've already given you feedback. You've already had a chance to improve your submission. So in that case, you're taken care of. Your grade maybe isn't pretty, but you are taken care of. And I will change your grade eventually, but it isn't my top priority. My top priority is always kids who have given me recent submissions who need feedback so they know if they got it done correctly or not, and they can make changes. So, the other piece of that is when you guys send me those messages, often it takes me more time to answer those messages than it actually takes to grade work, which means the more of those messages I get, the longer it takes for me to grade your work. So you don't want to send me a message about your grades unless you're really sure there's a big problem. Because otherwise, if all you're waiting for is for me to do your grading, you're actually making it take longer. So just a heads up on that. I do like to hear from you guys, but when it comes to grades, you just have to realize teachers have a lot to do. We have to plan classes, we have to run classes, we have to grade work, we have to plan classes, run classes, grade work, contact parents. There's just a lot on our plates. We have a limited amount of time. So I'm doing what I can to make you successful, but sometimes that just means you guys need to have a little patience because it does take more time when I'm grading. Say half the people turn their work in and they don't know what they're doing, which is happening now because, you know, we're at the beginning of the semester. This is an entirely new system. Nobody really is very confident in their understanding how to submit work. So I'm getting a lot more submissions than I would otherwise. But I'm not one of those rigid teachers who isn't going to take that into consideration. It's just going to take more time.
Daily.
Does anybody have any questions?
Oh yeah, I think they leave.
Any questions at all?
Schedule.
Okay, I'm noticing a lot of you are coming in late. And the problem with that is I start class pretty much right away and I give all the instructions and all the explanations right at the beginning of class.
And then they win.
Now, I assume, generally speaking, that the reason you're having trouble has nothing to do with you personally, that does have to do with the internet. That being said, seems like I'm getting a much larger percentage of people having these difficulties in this class, and I want to encourage you to come in on time, because when you come in late, you're putting yourself at a big disadvantage, and you're missing out on important announcements and important explanations that everybody else is getting. You have a full hour for lunch. I don't even really have 30 minutes, because I have kids who drag their feet leaving my H period, and then I have to open this class before it's time for class, which means I have less than 30 minutes.
Wait.
I really need you guys to be getting here on time. I know I gave you a bell system assignment, so you should be able to get here on time. I want you guys to all make a big effort to make it here on time. We don't have very long that we're online anyways. We're only here for 30 minutes. So it seems like it would be a really good idea to make sure you're here. Do I have any questions?
I really wanted to find out.
Oh, I know. I do have a question. So, if your partner... Oh, no, I think I answered it, though, right? I spend my entire day repeating myself, so I apologize. But students ask me the same thing over and over again. If your partner hasn't edited your slide, you always have the opportunity to revise your work after you've turned it in. So definitely do your best to see that you are within the rubric and submit your work if you're getting tired of waiting for your partner to do their part. You will not be penalized, although you may have to wait for me to get back to regrading your work. You will be told what it is that you need to work on and get that feedback that you need to make sure that it's good. Are there any other questions that anyone has? Remember, you guys are on mute, so if you do have a question, you do need to unmute yourself.
How do we revise it?
How?
Yes.
I'm not really sure what you mean. You go and you change your slide. Is there something a little more specific that you're asking me? If you're responding, remember, you're on mute. So again, you have your example, right? And the first slide should be the one that you have your partner mark up. Along with the second slide should be your rubric showing where your partner thinks you are. And then the third slide is where you make changes considering what your partner let you know about. And if your partner didn't get back to you, you can take the time to do this first activity for yourself. You can take the time to figure out which one of these you think applies and mark it up so you can see where it applies and where it may not apply. Because a lot of times when you go to mark the evidence, if it's not there, then you realize, oh, I thought this was a 5, but yeah, the evidence isn't there to support the 5. So once you're done, that last slide where you copied it a second time should be the one where you've made all your changes and looks really good.
Miss Honkin?
Uh-huh.
Sorry I'm a little late. I'm doing an AP test right now and I just came in so I wouldn't be marked absent.
Okay, so you don't need to do that. You can just fill out the form that I've left for you in the frequently asked questions part of the class. So when you guys miss class, there is a frequently asked questions part of the class. See, frequently asked questions. This is a great place for you guys to go. In here, it says, what can I do if I have serious technical problems that interfere with class? Even if it's something like that, go in, fill out the form, let me know what's going on. And that's all you have to do. All right?
Okay, thank you. So do I fill that out after I'm done with the...
Yeah, I'm not going to look at the timestamp on it. Just fill it out sometime today.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too. Alright, so now I'm going to put you guys on mute, and I'm going to work on some of this grading that I keep getting emails about. Unless you guys have a question. I will point out that while I'm working, if I have you here, I can hear you if you take yourself off mute. But if you just send me a message in the chat, it doesn't really do anything like pop up or make a big sound or anything. So it might be better for you to just speak up on the mic and say something if it doesn't seem like I'm responding and you've sent a chat message. Alright, you guys, go ahead and get some work done.
No, I was about to get my group thing on. Oh no, Luke. Which we're winning, just stay on.